I'm gonna show you how it works, how you can get started today, and how you can get 250 bucks in free leads. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Dana here, and I want to do a follow-up in my PPL series. PPL is pay per lead. For those of you not familiar with that, I'm doing wholesale real estate. I'm getting contracts on houses and or land, taking them down myself and or assigning those contracts to someone else depending on what the deal looks like. So basically, instead of cold calling is terrible. I don't want to do that. I'm only talking to people who have expressed an interest. They filled out a form, they saw an ad, and they said, hey, yes, I want to sell a house, and please give me a call and see if you can work out a deal. So that's what PPL is. And specifically the one we're going to talk about today is Propertyleads. Propertyleads is one that I've been using since mid to late April. So I've got a decent enough track record with them. It's been about 3.5, 4 months. I think I've done about 50 leads with them. So it's my lowest amount of leads with any of the companies so far, but I'm happy with it. I've got a few that I've physically closed. I'll talk about one of those at the end of this video. And then I have a few currently under contract that I am looking to assign at this time. One that is currently on a flat fee MLS, so it's locked up a little bit higher, but it's taking the tools that I have available to turn a lead into a sale. So anyways, hopefully you like the video. If you have any questions about it, hit me up down in the comments, ask me there, or on Instagram at Dana Invests. You can reach me there and ask your questions, and I'll do my best to answer them for you. So we're going to talk about just basically kind of the platform. I'm going to show you how it works, how you can get started today, and how you can get 250 bucks in free leads if you use my link down below. So anyways, let's not kill my thing here. Let's just make me a little bit smaller, and we'll go from there. So I don't know, that'll probably be a good spot for me. So anyways, this is Propertyleads, the main dashboard when you log in. Kind of has down the side the leads, territories, payment budget, how-to guide, reports, contact settings, all that fun stuff. The first thing I want to talk about is that $250 bonus though. Basically, I don't know if this is accurate 100% or not, but why they're motivated seller leads will make you more money. They say 1 in 3 close within 3 months and 1 of 2 close within 6 months. So it's not like crazy easy. It's easy, but it's not crazy easy. You still have to do follow-up. They may not close right away. You have to continue following up with their deal. But basically right here, if you refer investors to Propertyleads, when you sign up, you get $250, and when you sign up, I get $250. So we both get paid for signing up. You do have to load up an initial balance. So I believe the minimum is 150 bucks, but it might be 250 bucks. So if you put 250 bucks in of your own money and you get 250 bucks worth of free leads, you now have a $500 balance that you could go spend on stuff. So basically your first couple leads you could get for about half price after you get those free credits. It's the best tester starter PPL in the game because everybody else, you have to put a bigger budget in. You could put 250 bucks in, test it out, get your 250 bucks for the free leads, and then figure out how you want to spend those leads on your budget down below. And how you spend that budget is down here on your territories. So the way I have mine set up right now is I have Arizona, California, and Florida, where I'm bidding $100 for Arizona, $75 for California, and $75 for Florida. Hopefully you guys can see that right here. You can increase or decrease your bids right here just by clicking a button. And then I also have a national campaign, and that's the one I use the most of. It'll tell you if you're the top bidder or not, if you want to see it right here. But so basically on national, I have it set up to bid $55 per lead. I could take it down to 50, or I could take it up to 60, 65 if I want to do that. So I just got a lead at $50 right now. I am active. I could show you it in the leads over there in a second, but anyways, I just got one, so I need to call it. But I wanted to make this video because I've been thinking about it. Oh, forgive me, I'm coughing. And I've had a lot of people asking questions about it. Maybe I'll move myself up here a little bit better. I don't know where's a good spot for that. So anyways, that's how it works. And so if you want to add a different territory, see, I got myself just too far. You can add national, but it shows that it exists for $50 per, or you can add states, or you can add by counties. So you could go in, I'll just use mine because I'm familiar with it, and you could say, hey, I want Maricopa County, but look, it's going to be $450 is the per lead price on that. So if you want to get niched in to just where you want to be, it's going to cost a whole lot more. If you want to be in Yuma, if you want to be in Pinal County, something like that, you can do it that way. Or you could come in here and you could pick specific states. They all start at $75. So if you're in Michigan and you want Michigan, or you're in Alaska or Alabama, wherever you are and you want to get just your states, you could start at 75 and then you could increase your bid from there. And maybe you pay 150 or 200 per lead, but it's still better than paying that 450 per lead on that specific county, if you want to do that. So anyways, you could see, I don't know, let's just do another one, for example. So like Georgia, if you want to see Baldwin County is 150, Bartow County is 500, and then you can just kind of see down the list of where you might be. Douglas County is going to be 425, Floyd County $500, Fulton County $475, and then you just scroll through, find the ones that you want to do. You could pick those if you want to get specific, or you could just leave it as like how I have mine. I just had a Kansas one on here, and I just deleted it off of here because I wasn't really excited about the Kansas leads I was getting, and I was like, you know what, I would rather just go national than specific to Kansas. So that's why I did that. On your dashboard here, you can also see a few more things. Your declined refund percent. So this is how many leads, the percentage of ones that I've requested a refund for that they've denied. So 30% of mine have been denied. I'll get into those in just a little bit. But I've had quite a bit of approved as well. But it's just, you can pause your account right here. So if you're active and you want to pause it, you just click this. I'm on another page right now, but you would just click it and you tell it how many days that you want to pause it for, and then it'll automatically turn back on. So you want to make sure that you have that turned off and that you pay attention to when it turns back on, so that you're not accidentally getting leads that you're not intending to. You can see my account balance right now is $205. And I've spent $310 of my $525 monthly budget. So you can set a max budget. So if you say, man, I do not want to go above spending $525 a month on it, or 500 or 700 or 1,000 or whatever you want your budget to be. But if you load up that 500 and you say, I don't want to go above it and have it charge my card for more leads, set it at $500. And then no matter what, you're not going to go above your budget that you put on there. So you can see where you're at on that. You can increase or decrease it down in here. I'm not going to go into it because it has my credit card information and all that on that page, but you just change your settings on what you want to do for your payment and budget. It's on this one right here, payment and budget, where you would change that. So anyways, the next page that I want to show you is some of the actual leads. So you're not going to be able to see all these because I'll have it blurred out, whatever. These are some of the different leads, and then it'll show you down the side what you paid for it. So you can see right here, 75, 75, 50, 55, whatever, that you paid per lead, all the way up and down here, the date that you received that lead. So you can see today is August 21st. I got a couple leads on the 19th, the 12th, the 12th, the 7th, and then so on and so forth. You can see my leads from July, and then it'll give you first name, last name, address, city, state, zip, their phone number, their email, etc. So this is kind of how it would look. You get the report on it, and then you can click onto a specific lead, for example, and there would be other info. I don't know what I can show on here. I'll have to probably blur most of this, but it'll have like asking price. They didn't put one. What does it need? Cosmetics, flooring, paint. Is anyone living in the house? NA, reason for selling, sell without real estate agent, time to sell, ASAP. So this is just going to give you kind of a quick rundown on that person and what information they filled out when they did that lead form. On this one, I wanted to just talk about the refund policy. So right now, these are going to be 3 leads that I've gotten that are still within the refund policy. So if you wanted to request a refund, you would just go over to your My Leads and you would click Request Refund, and anyone that potentially qualifies for it will still be in here. So it'll tell you what it is, the lead number, the lead details of who it is. Again, this part will be blurred out because I don't want you to see it. You'd call my leads right now. And then you just click whatever the reason is. So if you're within the reason, so it's outside of area, it's a spam or a fake lead, invalid contact info, phone and email, no responses. So 12 plus touch points over 4 days required. If you've called, texted, emailed that person 12 times over 4 days and they're not responding, you can request a refund here. It's vacant land and you didn't want that. These are only supposed to be houses, so you will not get anything other than a house in these leads, or a mobile home that's on owned land. So a mobile home on park or rented land, you would get a refund for that. If it's a mobile home on owned land, you still need to work that lead. If it's on active MLS, you get a refund. If it's from a wholesaler, they say, hey, I'm not selling, the seller didn't submit it, or other, and then you just put a quick description of why that you want to refund that one, why you want to dispute it, and then you click request refund right here. So that's as easy as it is to request a refund. You just pick one of the drop downs, give a quick description, and then within a few days they will respond to you. This one right here will show you my refund statuses. So like right here you can see I've requested refunds on 36. 16 were declined, and you can see declined dates, times, and then they'll give you like a reason why. So this one, again, it will be, I don't know, hopefully I can blur just enough of it. It can be approved. Willie emailed us back and confirmed they are interested in selling and are actively seeking buyers. Please continue to reach out. This one, the person has never responded to me. They say he responded via email. He still has not responded via email to me, but it is what it is. I'll work it. And then you can see there's 20 approved ones. And so there are different reasons why I put in here for why I wanted it to be approved, and they approved. And you can see all these ones. I submitted it on the 12th. They received it on the 12th. They processed it on the 20th. So it took them 8 days to get to it. This one, I requested it on the 12th. They processed it on the 17th, so 5 days that they took to approve it. This one took 9 days, this one took 8 days, this one took 5 days, this one took 10 days. So there's a variety of days that it's gonna take before they get to your request. But just kind of FYI, that's how it works on you requesting a refund, what it looks like. I have none pending. I have 20 approved, I have 16 declined, and that's where I get my 30%. You don't want to have a huge percentage, so try and only request ones that you think that it really should qualify for them to refund you. If they do, they just reset the lead cost to 0 and it goes back into your budget, and you can spend that on additional leads. So that's it. That's how simple Propertyleads is. You pick where you want to get leads, you pick a budget that you want to spend on the leads for the month, and then you pick how much you're willing to pay for those leads per lead on your bid system. And then, you come back here and you say, man, I haven't gotten a lead in Arizona in a while, so I don't want to be at 75, I want to up it to 100, or you could up it to 125. However you want to set it, that's your prerogative, and you're not going to get stuck spending $200 on a lead in Kentucky if you don't want to lead in Kentucky. If you want to lead just anywhere they can come, and you want to get as many as you can and do what I call the shotgun approach, where you're just blasting out and taking leads anywhere that you can get them from someone who said they're interested. That's what I prefer to do. If you follow like RJ Bates, that's his prerogative as well, is get them anywhere you can and then try and convert them. So if I can get 4 leads for $200 by spending $50 per, and I get 4 chances to turn it into a deal versus 1 lead in Arizona at $200, I would rather the 4 leads just anywhere than the 1 lead at $200. Does that make sense? That's where I'm getting at with most of my stuff. And then I just want to talk about a quick deal real quick. This is one of the deals that I closed from Propertyleads, and this actually was vacant land, and this is not going to show it exactly. It's just going to say that this is it. It's 0 beds, 0 bath, 0 square feet, because it was just vacant land. This is a 1.5 acre parcel, and when I called the guy, the lead was for a house. And it was for a house in Mobile, Alabama, and he just was not agreeable to a price that made sense for me to be able to wholesale it. He wanted $100,000. I could only offer like $60,000. It wasn't a deal, right? So he was firm on his number. He was actually really hard with me, and he was like telling me how good of a real estate investor he is and how good he knows his pricing and blah, blah, blah. And at first I started to argue back with him, and I was like, well, if you're such a good real estate investor, why don't you sell this thing? And he was like, well, I don't need to. I just filled out the form because I was thinking about it. And then he said, I've got other properties that I'm, could consider selling. And I was like, well, let's talk about those. And so one of the things you have to do with PPL is find a way to convert them to sales, right? Find a way to convert it to a contract or find a way to monetize it. That deal, he wasn't going to convert. He was not reasonable on his price. I was not able to match the price that he wanted. So whatever, right? We're not going to make that happen. Let me see. Maybe I can make myself a little bit bigger because I'm just talking now. Anyways, so then he said, well, I have this piece of amazing vacant land. It's 2.5 acres. It's in $1 million neighborhood. Right across the street, there's a house listed for $1 million. I would sell that to you for, I think he wanted $125,000. And I was like, let me see. I went through and I was doing some comps, and a house at the end of the street, or a lot at the end of the street, had just sold for $150,000. And I was like, interesting. So this vacant land is not always the easiest to wholesale assign, but in Alabama, you can put it on with baycom.com, www.baycom.com, and you can put vacant land on the MLS for $100. So I was like, look, if I could get this on market and it's, for maybe 150, was kind of my thought, that I think that 150 was a fair price. I would need to be closer to 100. And so I offered him 90. He agreed to 95,000, and then I put it on a flat fee MLS. I got an offer through the flat fee MLS where I did have to pay an agent. If it would have come directly from a buyer, then it would have been, I would have had to have not paid the agent commission, but since it came from an agent, I had to pay the agent commission. We still paid closing costs. I was able to assign it, and I was able to make a $10,000 assignment fee on this one because I worked with them. It turns out it really wasn't 2.5 acres. It was only 1.5 acres. The property data was incorrect, and if you got a survey done on it, it was only going to be 1.5 acres. So I was like, man, the price wasn't as good at that point. So it turned into still a $50 nationwide lead, turned into a $10,000 assignment. And maybe I'll put the HUD up on the screen or something right here. I don't know. But I did close this one, and it was a positive transaction. So anyways, I really think you should check out Propertyleads. If you're new to PPL and you want to take a small budget and you're willing to just test $250, go load $250 in and activate your account. Use my link down below if you want to get that bonus $250. They don't just give it to you. You have to use a link from somebody who referred you. So use my link down below. Get your bonus $250. Go get 10 $50 leads and see how you like it, right? So you get 10 opportunities for $250. You're going to pay $25 a lead if you do the nationwide $50 campaign. So check it out. Let me know how you did. Hit me up on Instagram at Dane Invests if you get a deal and you need help comping, underwriting, closing it, dispoing it, funding earnest money, all that fun stuff. I can help you with all of that stuff. So like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Use that link, get your $250 worth of free leads, and appreciate you guys for watching.